Hello, Andrew, and this will be some video feedback midterm on the print ad and a late welcome to GRA 220. We've got 4 weeks left, and don't hesitate to reach out if you have any problems or need any kind of encouragement in the next 4 weeks. And you can reach me or text or call or any other way at the number that I post on my announcements. So I bid you strength, and I look forward to seeing how your ads shape up. Andrew, it's really nice that you embedded your images, and it just makes it so much easier than having to download something. So your ingredients are really good. I like the silhouette of the drink, mixed drink. I think you've got a handle on the palette. Are you aware that this red border generally indicates the trim? And I would suggest that you not have borders because the magazine ad will be trimmed, or one side or the other was going to fall in what's called the gutter. And it's very difficult to keep the widths of these kinds of thin borders consistent. So I would just bleed everything off as you have here. In other words, make the ad what you see in white here. Nice job. You could also bleed the photograph off. By bleed, I mean, go off the edge of the paper. And you could butt these up, so you avoid these thin white strips. Also, you've got nice type that is flush left, ragged right. I think it's a nice, clean, contemporary way of aligning things. But here things tend to get centered. So I would think of one way or the other to align your type. And my preference, of course, would be flush left, rag right. You can look for some implied vertical axes. You've got one going on here on which to hang your type. And this could be probably a bit smaller, I like the silhouette of the mixed drink, as I mentioned. You consider making that large so that maybe the straw peeks up into this type area here, and maybe firmly place it on the bottom of the page. I'm going to open up your Illustrator file, but what I'm afraid I'm going to find is that you have linked images rather than embedded them. So when I open your Illustrator file, I'm getting these prompts, and this indicates to me that you have linked images rather than embedding them. I'm just going to click through these and show you what we get. Okay, so this is with embedded images. Come on now. Here's all that I'm seeing. Let me zoom out here. Okay, and as I scroll around with this arrow here, direct select tool. It's odd. You have your layers locked, but it looks like you've got linked images. Now, how do you place an image? It's fairly simple. There's something in the Adobe interface, though, that is tricky. So I'm going to go up under here. I'm going to create a layer. I better probably create a layer here. You've got everything locked. Good for you. File, place, and just going to arbitrarily click on something here. It's a big image. Now, here's the tricky thing. Make sure that this is not checked. Okay? By default, it is. And so newbies don't realize that. Terrible. This is such an important thing, and it's buried here. So just make sure that is checked off. Go ahead and hit place, and then so there you go. Now, notice if I let me unlock some of these to give you an idea. As I scroll over them, there's an X to them. That indicates a linked image. An embedded image is going to look like this. Okay. It's going to have the image in the box. All right, so think about bleeding as you have here. Images also. Even that kind of abstract, but could be interesting. So good going. You've got the ingredients. You can afford to play around with them.